Welcome once again to the Love and Marriage Talk. It's been an amazing week, and we are so glad that, knock on wood, we're not having any more of the technical difficulties. We hope you had a great week and your home is filled with more love and care from each of you to your lovers, your husbands, your boyfriend and girlfriends, wherever stage that you are in. Nate and I had a good week, a very busy week, but still finding time to grow and improve on our love, relationship, marriage, and all that. Nate, you have something to say?
Welcome to the Love and Marriage Talk. We're glad to be with you. It's been a great week, and I hope your relationships are also thriving as well. It's going to be an exciting episode. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with you after the break. From our short break. So today's episode will be sharing with you our version of why we believe marriage is good. There's a lot of viewpoints around the globe regarding marriage, and based on our biblical principles, we wanna, present the importance that we deemed marriage as good. So stay tuned as we unfold all the benefits of marriage. Esther, are you ready for us to share with our audience on Love and Marriage Talk, why we deemed marriage as good? We've been married for over a decade now, and I believe we identified the value in it before we got, or we came together as husband and wife. Those values were extremely important to us. That we knew in our dating life we wouldn't have those privilege. So let's jump right in.
And yes, we're excited today, like Nate said, to talk about why we think marriage is good, or we know marriage is good. Whilst we move on, if you have not subscribed, we would ask that you go ahead and subscribe, because you were going to be on this journey with us for a long time. So we would love for you to have notification whenever we do have a new video out, which is weekly. So go ahead, hit that button and subscribe. And after, give us some comments, like and share.
Right.
So, marriage is good. Very good.
And it should be. It should be.
Like Nate said, there's a lot of talk out there where I would say both men and women are thinking, I got this. I don't need to be married.
I'm good all by myself.
So, honey, when we talk about marriage, what comes to your mind?
Commitment.
Love?
Soulmate.
Respect?
Friendship.
Life partner?
You got me.
Till death do us part?
Life partner.
crime, partner in crime,
Partner in crime. Definitely. Partner in crime.
soulmate,
Yes.
ring,
Definitely you need one.
celebration,
Celebration,
legality.
legality, entitlement.
I think we've said enough.
We've said enough. These are some of the few
Things that comes to mind.
things that comes to mind that solidify the marriage.
Family.
Family. We missed that.
We didn't miss that. We still talking.
Offsprings.
Children.
Children. Yes.
Your own life story.
Yes. Yes.
What again when we think about marriage?
It's just countless. Countless.
Patience.
Patience.
Lots of patience.
Virtue.
Lots of patience.
Strength.
What again? What again? Is there something else you think about when you think about marriage?
I mean, let's share the bittersweet aspect of it too.
Okay, so bitter and sweet.
Yeah, bitter and sweet.
Okay.
Heartbroken.
No, we don't want that one, but
It happens.
That is when unfortunately.
But it's not heartbroken to the extent where the relationship is dissolved.
Okay.
When you have high expectation for something to be done and it just doesn't work out the way intended. Of course, your heart will be broken because of disappointment.
Okay.
It's not heartbroken because it's the end of that journey.
Okay. Okay.
So based on disappointment of expectations that were not met,
Okay.
it can be considered as the bittersweet.
Okay. So
Connections.
Soul tired. So soulmate. Okay. More money.
Ooh, when done right.
Stability. So it's countless.
It's countless.
Countless of
Benefits.
when we talk about marriage. So let's see.
So in this episode, we are going to do our very best to tie in all these benefits in a chronological order for our viewers to, understand.
I mean, we try
And
our
also
best.
confirm, because those who are married will definitely identify with some of the things we share.
They will kind of tune into it and kind of, even though we're not seeing you, be
They
nodding
will
their
concur.
head.
They'll be like, yeah, we did that.
Yes.
Yes, we did that.
Or we see that.
We see that.
Yes.
Or we going through that.
Yes. So,
Definitely.
So, even if it's not in chronological order, it will still make sense.
Right.
However we put it together, the benefits are benefits. So
let's jump in.
Let's start. So I think one of the benefits would be family, which would be the first thing, because when a man and a woman decides to get married, not only the two of them starting their own life story or building their own family, but their families. So as Nate is a bouncer and I am Anadai, even though both of us are right now a bouncer family, Nathaniel Bouncer's family, to be exact, right? Our families, that is the Bouncers and the Adais, are also together right now.
True.
Okay. So we think that is one of the that is the first thing that is created when people get married.
Right.
Right, Nate?
Two families become one. But in also doing, we begin our own family.
Yes.
In a whole unique path.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And that sacred bond begins where we have that oneness
Okay, I agree.
instead of being separate when we are boyfriend, girlfriend, or a fiancé, right?
I agree.
That bond becomes solidified.
Yes.
So I remember when we were talking about the things that comes to mind when we talk about marriage or we think about marriage, the legal aspect, right? Legally, we become one, and in the society, we recognize as one as well.
Yes.
As well as our families.
Yes.
If after, I hope that does not happen, but to anybody, can you imagine you get married to your sweetheart, to the one that you love, and the whole society and the family knows that, oh, that is Esther's husband, oh, that is Nate's wife, and the next few days or months, they see me walking down in the mall with somebody else, hand in hand, and walking down the street. What do you think the society would say? Or if your cousin or your friend who was at the wedding, what would you think they would say?
They will lose their mind.
Oh, they will lose their mind? Then what would you do? When you get to here?
They will definitely lose their mind because that is one of the importance of marriage, right?
That's significant.
Because when you make that decision, when couples make that decision, and vow to the world, that they are getting married, the hopes are
you stay together.
Exclusivity.
Yes.
That's the hope. You are going to be tied with that person
for life.
You've professed you love.
Yes. Yes.
Unless
something happens.
And you then again profess you are no longer together. But until then, until then, you cannot.
That is so funny.
Until then, you cannot be otherwise.
So you see how important
it's
marriage
very important.
Is. It's like, it's so sacred.
It's very sacred.
The moment you say I'm married to XYZ, everybody's attention,
the community's aware,
is switched to that.
And not even the community. It's even so important if you migrate from one area to the other, and the neighbors,
which is a community again,
your new community, see that you are together, see the ring on your finger, that assumption is already there. Oh, those folks are married.
Yes.
Yes. That we already introduced ourselves. That is Esther, that is Nate. They're married, they're together.
That's my husband, that's my wife. Yes.
It's those titles go with you everywhere you go. There's no assumptions, there's no ifs or buts.
So we can even see that one of the benefits of being married is identity.
It becomes your new identity.
It's the identity.
Without even saying you marry couples. The assumption is there.
When people see how you relate to each other.
It's affirmed by the rings you wear and being close, in contact at public settings. Your body gestures.
But honey, somebody will say they're married, but when they are outside in public, they are not really into each other like that.
But sometimes it's not just being in close proximity with your significant other. It's just a dialogue. Yes. You can be apart and still have that intimate dialogue,
that connection,
with each other
that people can see. So we've touched base on family being one of the important reasons why marriage is good.
It's good.
You build a new family. You start your own love story.
Yes.
Your families get together to be one family.
Right.
So that is one. Identity is another. You were seen as such and accorded that respect if you were married, right?
Right.
So let's go on. The next one is when we're thinking about it, how marriage helps us to build that compassion for each other. So somebody's gonna ask, well, I'm with my boyfriend and girlfriend. We are compassionate of each other, right? Or we show compassion
Right.
for each other. But until you get married, that compassion goes to the next level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when you get married, that notion, that tendencies, that belief is built up to the next level.
That compassion.
Because you are willing to go to the ends,
extra mile
for that person you're committed to. Doing that marriage journey, starting that journey, build something in you. Creates a whole different personality in you. The compassion is to that extent where, when provoked, you are not just walking away from that and not coming back to your marriage. You might be provoked and be upset and step away for a brief moment and get yourself together, and you're gonna walk right back into that space because you know that it's not something that is easily dissolved. It's a contract. It's a binded contract.
Yes.
That makes a marriage as a whole. So when provoked, you have that high level of tolerance to continue to endure, whatever you're going through, and also find a way to make it right. So that extra compassion is there. The next compassion I will talk about is when your spouse is ill, whatever they're going through, you create that availability for them. So another thing that came in mind in regards to compassion was witnessing you in labor. I knew right away that I had to be there for that momentum occasion of our lives, knowing how our lives will be changed. Never be again. I had to make myself available.
So that compassionate Nate came out. That's one of the time that compassionate Nate came out, and you're like, she needs me, I need to be there. It don't matter what I am doing.
From start to finish. From start to finish. I mean, I recall clearing my availability, going over my schedule with management, at work, and saying, hey, I'm not gonna be here. I'll be gone for 2-3 weeks. I'm using my time. Whatever you're gonna offer me for whatever leave, I will take it. But when it comes to this day, and I call you, my wife is in labor, that's it. My time off starts from there. There's no what ifs and what. So the preparation was already made. I didn't have to call anybody to tell them, hey, I'm not coming to work today. No. The preparation was already made. These are some of the compassions, we express, when we're married. We go to the far end to express that compassion and again commitment to each other.
And I think, Nate, you rightly said it. When you were married to someone that you love, that you care so much about, that level of compassionate really goes up there. We are not saying when you were a boyfriend, girlfriend, you don't have compassion for each other. No. But the question would be how many times that your girlfriend is called you and say, honey, I'm not feeling well, I'm not going to work today, that you stop your job and go to their place and miss a day's work. 9 out of 10 you're like, oh, okay babe, I'll be there right after work, right? I'll come see how you are doing. I hope you get better soon. Even if you were, let's talk about a distance relationship, you know, you are in different states or in different, you're not gonna be there. But when you are married to the person and you are leaving the house that day and they are not feeling well, you are calling into your boss and saying, hey, my wife is not feeling well.
I need to go.
I'm not gonna be able to make it to work today. I might have to take her to the hospital. Or my husband is not feeling well today. I think he would need me home. So I'm not coming in. The level of compassion that you will show when you are married, when that bond is there, is greater than when it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or fiance, fiancé.
Yes.
I don't know how many people will prove us right, but if you have been there before, I guess you would understand what we are saying. So being married gives each other that level of compassion.
It builds
that compassionate up. That level becomes extraordinary. Like you are not going to hold on to anything. That bond is so strong that you are going to be there for each other.
That is true. That is absolutely true. I mean, it's such a beautiful level of compassion that is you know,
built up.
It's built up and it's exercised. I mean,
yes, it helps you, and it makes you being able to act on it
right away.
If you are married, because the bond is
question
there.
asked.
Yes, it's like it's something programmed in you that you see it so needful, so important to attend to each other's needs because you are that one. So if he's hurting, you are hurting. If she is hurting, he is hurting.
Right.
And so marriage then becomes important and makes it good because you know that there is someone there who cares so much about you without any question.
Awesome. So for our viewers that probably stepped away and, you know, went and grabbed coffee or whatever, you know, I just wanted to inform you what we're discussing about. We're talking about why marriage is good. It is good because if you remember the journey leading to you getting married, you know, you do not even need our validation to agree that marriage is good.
Yes.
Because the level of
excitement,
what you have to go through leading to that day, that D-Day,
yes,
you know, it's not something you take for granted.
And you know, it gives you, I know the ladies will love this, but it gives you the legal rights to your spouse. Until you are married, you can't claim him. He cannot claim you.
Yeah.
You can be a boyfriend, girlfriend, and be in the same mall. Well, you going south, I'm going west. I'll see you when I get to see you.
Right.
You don't own my time. You don't owe to tell me when I should get home or what. Some people don't care. But when you are married, you get that claim, that legal claim. Oh, that's my husband. You can go see him sitting at a restaurant or whatever and say, I'm sitting at that table with him. That's my husband. That's my wife. What are we drinking? What are we eating? You know.
Right.
And claim that legality.
Right.
That this is my husband. And he
have that entitlement.
Yes. and him being able to say, that's my baby, that's my wife, that's my woman, okay? That legality is claimed, and how great it is to have not just that ring, but yes, that symbolizes it.
Right.
And being able to say, get off my man, get off my woman, that's my woman.
And the legality comes with loyalty. I think those two things are together.
So the benefit, of course,
right,
is the legality. You get the right to own. There we go. You get the right to own. We're not praying for that, and we're never hoping for that. But how many times have, if you have had the opportunity to have that call, and they said, this is ready to be cashed out. This money is ready to be cashed out, but it's only, are you the wife? If you are not the wife, or you don't have legal, we can't talk to you. We have to talk to him.
Right.
And he will be there, and they'll say, do you give us the right to talk to her about this benefit?
Right.
Until that legality is there, you cannot claim certain things.
Right. Yeah.
You can be as boyfriend or girlfriend for 20 years without that legal stuff.
And even going to a bank to cash a check, and
that is made joint to each other.
Right.
It's like, it's two people on there. We need to talk to him first. There's been so many times that maybe I have to call our banks and do some transactions, right? Or move some money. And I need Nate. Either I'm doing a 3-way call with the bank and him on the line, and he giving the consent that, right, yes, that's my wife. Go ahead and
right.
and do it. So that is financial, right? That is the finance part of it.
The benefit.
Finance part of it. We talked about the legality, right? So to the extent of when you're talking about money, sometimes you can live with somebody for so many years, but if the society don't know it, if it is not on paper, you can go round and round and round, and you can't get certain things done.
Right.
Let's come right back home to some of the other benefits. So, when you are married, why marriage is so good? I know what you're thinking about, Nate. It gives you the opportunity to be intimate at any given time, any place, anywhere, without getting that guilt, right?
Absolutely.
Am I right?
You're absolutely right. For those of our audience that are believers, I believe that this is one of the things, being single, you may struggle with.
Yes.
Because you don't have that license. You don't have the right, to entertain such
act.
There you go. And
indulge in such act.
And when you do,
you have that guilt. And I think even those who don't even know the Lord still have that guilt.
They may not accept it.
That's not my husband. We're not legally married. I shouldn't have done that. I think we moved too quick.
I feel so cheap.
I feel so wrong that something is wrong. Even though I enjoyed it, I think this is not right. To have made love to him or to have made love to her.
And over time, right? Guess what happens? They may come to the same conclusion. Let's get married.
Yes.
If this is what we like doing, if this is what we enjoy doing,
if this is part of what we like doing and enjoy doing, let's get married and solidify it so that we don't have the guilt hanging over our shoulders anytime. And you know how you get to that stage where you say, you know what, this is the last time. This is not gonna happen again. We can only kiss and hug. We shouldn't do this until we are married, you know?
You in a way, your subconscious is fully aware of what to do, right? Right? But you're fighting it.
Yeah.
You're fighting the natural cause of order.
So why are you not getting married?
Exactly. And I think that if we can be sincere with ourselves, deep inside, whether we have our principles, our core values based on the biblical,
or even the normal,
or
the natural. Yeah.
Our subconscious mind affirms that in order for us to engage in
and be entitled to
X, Y, and Z, right?
You should be married.
You should be married. It's just there. It's just registered. It's clear as daylight, and
you know that
fight it.
The next thing that comes to mind is why we think that marriage is so good is when that happens, you know what else is thought about? Oh, how about I get pregnant?
And not married.
And not married. And it's like, no, that cannot happen because I'm not married. Yeah. I don't want to have a baby out of wedlock. Why don't you get married?
Exactly.
Why? Because marriage is so good. I mean, Nate and I are testimony to why marriage is good. We're not sitting here saying that, oh my goodness, it's 100% milk and honey. That's not what we're saying. But trust me, it should be more than 50-50. You should have your joy over 50 of being married, right? So, 50%. You get what I'm saying? It should be getting into the 80 and the 90 percentile of the goodness and the bumpiness, the 20%, and you fix it, right?
Fix it.
So we are not saying that marriage is just so with no problems. That's not what we are sitting here preaching. What we are saying is marriage is so good. It is so good to be married because there are so many benefits of being married. And come to think about it, aside the intimacy, you get somebody that you can talk to about anything. Just anything.
You get a lifelong partner.
Just anything. Like, it don't matter what the subject is. You get somebody to chat with, somebody to smile with,
right.
Somebody to laugh with, right. Somebody to cry with when that time is here, somebody to be honest with,
right.
Somebody to be open with, right? And like Nate said, when you are not feeling well, that person is there to hold your hand, to make you that cup of tea, to make you that soup, that pepper soup, to keep you feeling better, right?
Yes.
Cook for you.
Yes.
Some people think, okay, my children are there. They're gonna, trust me, those kids are gonna grow and leave you.
Let's build that up gradually. Let's jump into that.
Yes.
So to the marriage couples that have been blessed enough
to have children.
It's definitely a wonderful.
It's great.
It's great.
We have 4. It's awesome. Kids are blessings from the Lord. The gift from God.
Yes.
And we are praying that the Lord will bless every couple, every marriage couple with the gift of having kids, because it's a blessing. We will not trade our girls for anything.
Awesome. With that being said, once the marriage couples lose the value in their own relationships to one another, and they put that relationship on hold and just focus bringing up their children, and it gets to that point that they lose their identity in their marriage because they've
living their life for their children.
They're living their life for the children. They go on the vacations for them, right? They engage in these
Activities.
for them, and all of a sudden, let's say those who are fortunate to just have one, they experience that abandonment quickly, right? All of a sudden,
they are 18,
they are
going
18,
to college. Like our first is going to college
18
this year.
18 going to college, spend 3-4 years in an institution away from home, and come back and say, Mom and Dad, thank you for everything you've done for me. Because of you, I have this degree. Because of you, I'm moving out of state to do X, Y, and Z. Thank you. I'll be seeing you Thanksgiving. I'll be seeing you
Christmas.
Easter. I'll be seeing you Christmas. I'll be seeing you on the main holidays, 4th of July, whatever, 6th March, whatever main holidays
You celebrate at wherever you are.
Right? And now, one of the biggest,
vacuum is created.
Biggest identifier in your relationship
It's
gone.
See ya, that child is gone.
It's gone. And then you look at your spouse and you realize that you have put in that relationship
on hold
for almost 18 years. For almost 18 years, you have nothing in common. The only thing that brought togetherness in that relationship
was that child. Who is now an adult
Who's
and
now
is left the house.
Full-grown adult, have left the home, and now there's a vacuum. We bring this out because we refuse for that to be our reality.
Oh yes, that's not gonna happen.
We refuse for that to be our ideal situation where all these beautiful blessings God have given us
will be a distraction in a marriage.
Will
No,
be a great deal of distraction in the marriage.
No, we are not accepting that.
And for them to get to college, move out of
the home,
we are now left with a vacuum that would have to
be filled.
And it's just vacuums like these are hard to fill.
Yep, and 9 out of 10, when it gets there, that's when you see couples really drifting
away. They occupy the bedrooms of their children. So they might be together. They might be fortunate enough to be together.
Yeah.
But
because of the distance created,
one will be sleeping in the other bedroom.
Yeah, and they are now used to having bonding together. It's all being about the children, and now the children have all moved from the house. So are you now going to remember what each other liked? Are you now going to realize and recognize each other? Are you now going to build up that relationship? Marriage is good, my dears out there. We love you and we know what marriage is done for us. So paying attention to your marriage is very key. Do not let anything take away that marriage, that bond, that connection, that soul tired.
Oh man.
Don't let anything take that away, because that is going to be your now and your tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.
So like Nate is saying, if you put your marriage on hold, as good as marriage is, if you put it on hold until those kids are out of the home to college, it's gonna be hard for you to put certain things back into perspective, because so many years have come to pass.
Awesome. And another one, that one was dealing with kids. The next thing is our occupation. We drift away with that. I'm building my career, I'm doing this, and that becomes another obstacle.
Why people don't get married. So, I know you heard Nate, and I heard Nate very clearly that unfortunately, people, when you ask people why you love him so much, you guys are so cute together. Why are you not taking it to the next step? Why are you not getting married? And they will say, "Oh, we're trying to build our careers right now."
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is so good to do it when you know the time is right. And if you, I know it is not good for everyone. It's not everybody who is, I don't want to say married material, but of course, because it is not for everyone, that's why divorce happens, right? But what we are saying is,
once you identify.
Yes, we are not saying that
go out
and get married.
No.
Just like that.
Once you identify the one you love, the one you will, you
want to spend the rest of your life with,
go ahead
just
and marry
solidify it. It's some people are great when they are in relationship. They get married and things are so tough, right? And that can even split them. After they got married, they get divorced, but they've been boyfriend girlfriend for so many years. That is one-offs, right? Unfortunately, that should happen, because if you have been together with someone for so many years, the glory of being married is so blissful, right? So you are not expecting to be parted when you get married, right? But things happen. And when things happen, yes, people go their separate ways. But still, there is some goodness in marriage. And like we have talked about, so many things that is good if you are married, or that is good if you get married. And we're not going to go back from the top to the bottom, but as you have heard us and as you are married, we know that in your own marriage, you have seen so many good things that could not have happened if you didn't get married, right? Just having that person that you know can hear you, health-wise, intimacy. There are some illnesses that went right past you because you have somebody you call your loved one. Depression did not get to you.
Because you had somebody to build your life with.
High blood pressure did not get to you because you got someone you laugh with, you talk to, somebody who cooks some good food for you, right? Somebody who cares about you to say, have you gone to the doctors of late? Let's make an appointment. Go see the doctor. When you are not even thinking about it, you are so busy. Working, and you're not taking care of your health. You got somebody who is right there to say, honey, I don't remember the last time you saw the doctor. You might need a checkup. Let's go see the doctor. Keeping you on your toes. Being able to recognize certain things that you don't even see. Honey, so many things that we sit in our individual self and we don't see. It takes somebody else to recognize that, no, something is not going on right. Maybe we need to see a doctor, or we need to take it slow so that you can relax and get your health back. And if you are not married or you don't have that last person by you, how do you do that?
True. So it definitely has a lot of benefits.
A
lot of benefits that would enhance the marriage couples.
And also keep a stable relationship. You know that this is my man. She is my woman. There is no other person. I'm praying so. There is no middle person.
I mean, for me, I believe that the lifetime partnership that is built.
It's amazing.
It's because it's one of the things we see and we appreciate when you see the elderly couples,
You can trust them with your life, your partner with your life.
Exactly. You see them moving, in their daily routines. Either they go into the coffee shop or
the grocery
they
store.
go into the grocery store, or even at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Just that lifelong partnership
Yeah.
that they build,
Gives you that life security.
just knowing that, it's just awesome. No one wants to be in that state, in that age group, alone.
Being alone. Yep. It's amazing, honey, how you see some older folks, very old folks, and you ask them, how long have you married? You remember when we went on the cruise, right?
They're like, we've been cruising for 50 years.
And
I'm like,
for
what?
50 years.
I'm like, what?
And they're like, oh no, we were actually together for 5 years, or we've been cruising for 60 years. We were together for 5 years, we got married, and that's been it. We've been together since then. And you look at them and they're not saying they don't have problems. But when you have a problem and you have somebody to share with, the load is even reduced, right? It could be 100% just by yourself.
Right.
But because you have somebody to share your problem with, that problem is reduced to 50%. They're sharing in your joy. They're sharing in your problem.
In your sadness.
In your weakness, they are strong. In their weakness, you are strong.
Yes.
So you balance each other out. So why, if you get the opportunity to be married, please do it.
Awesome.
Do it. Because there are some people out there who will say, oh no, that's not a thing. Marriage? Are you kidding me? Please, I don't believe in marriage. Guess what? These are the same people who down the road, they're thinking, I think I would like to get married. You missed your opportunity, right? They had that conversation with you maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
You missed that opportunity. But 3 years down the road, they are already thinking, I think I'm ready to get married.
Right.
And their moods, their outlook, their everything is changed because it's clicked. I need a partner. It's clicked. I want to walk this journey. It is clicked. I don't want to be alone. So when you have the chance to be married, please go ahead and do it. We are praying and trusting God that it will be the right person. There is no such thing like a perfect person. No.
Right.
We are all human. We make mistakes. We all have flaws, right? But the good thing is when you have flaws and you see them, you recognize them,
you fix it.
You work on them to fix it.
Yes.
Right? So when you have that workable person that you see and know that you love, you care about, they love you and care about you. If you are talking about moving on to the next step, don't let anything change your mind. Honey, I love marrying to you.
I love marrying to you.
And I thank God that we are together, and I'm praying that we will forever be together. It's not easy, but every day we work on this thing called marriage. And I thank the Lord for the day I said I do to you. And thank you. Thank you for making this journey what it is. And
Amen.
I love you so much. And I'm praying that, anybody we get in contact with, our viewers, even people that we meet on the street, when they see us, our life will speak to them, and they will be able to, maybe somebody would ask, how have you guys been doing it? Why are you always stepping out? Why are you always dating? Why are you always together? And we'll be able to share that. Of course, it's God who is helping us be put together, but the love that we share, the commitment, the patience, the respect. What again? We wrote it down. So,
the commitment.
So, as you are married or thinking about being married, you need a lot of patience. You need a lot of understanding to
Right.
understand each other.
Right.
The commitment has to be there.
Right.
You need to work on it every day.
Mm-hmm.
The love and the respect.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, it's not. It's. I know you're gonna say it's easy said, but than
And then?
easy said than done.
Right.
Right? But if you love each other,
Right.
you respect each other, you understand each other, you have patience for each other, and you commit to each other,
Right.
you can do this thing called marriage. We don't want a bad marriage, no. We don't want an abusive marriage, no. That's not what we are sitting here talking about. We're talking about that love that you are enjoying right now with your loved one. If you have the opportunity to take it to the next level, do it. And if you've already had the opportunity and you were being together and you were married, keep at it. Keep doing the great job. It's not easy, but you're doing great. We're praying that God will continue to keep you together, because Nate said something that marriage is being under attack because it is one of the things that keeps family together, right?
True.
So if the enemy or if any distractions can put us apart, they would do it.
There won't be need for family.
There will not be a need for family. And it's the family that creates the community, right? And so we need to stay together.
Right.
The challenges would come, but while the challenges come, communicate through it, solve it, speak to each other, be vulnerable to each other. It's all part of
The journey.
The journey. Speak to each other about it and fix it. Don't listen so much to what this person is saying, that person is saying
Naysayers.
outside the marriage,
Right.
because that can do a lot of harm to your marriages. Talk to each other. You are each other's best friend. You are each other's lover, right? You are in the relationship, and together you can build this and have a successful marriage where other people can look at you and maybe one day ask you how you do it after you've married for so long and still keeping going strong.
Awesome. Well, yeah, marriage is good.
It is good, honey.
Marriage is good. And
It's good to be married.
To add on to it, the one thing I want to bring it home is, before there was marriage, there was friendship.
Yes.
So that is something that needs to hold up the marriage.
Yes.
Do not lose that basic foundation.
Back to the basis.
Basic
all the
foundation.
time. Yes.
In your marriage life, remember that there was friendship.
Yes.
It was the friendship that
Build up to the relationship.
evolved into that relationship,
And then
marriage.
Yes.
And that need for friendship has to be still established.
Yes.
Because if the friendship is not established within the marriage,
you wouldn't have anything to hold on to.
somebody is going to need a friend.
Yes.
Somebody is going to need a friend
Outside the marriage.
outside the marriage.
And that is not going to be a good thing.
That is not going to be a healthy marriage.
Yes.
So I want to advise our marriage couples who are viewing this that remember, before the marriage, there was a friendship.
So go back to that friendship.
Go back and build that friendship
Yes.
while you're married, and make sure that you do not lose
That friendship.
that value in that friendship.
Yes.
Lose the importance in that friendship.
Yeah, so basically not losing that friendship that brought about the marriage.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
With that being said, this is how we would like to end. We've shared with you the importance, the benefits, why marriage
is good.
And
Yes.
it's just good. You know, it's just good as eating your yam and agusi soup, and for the Asantas, you know, it's fufu and what, lai soup. You know, I mean, it's
as good as eating your favorite food. That's what Nate is trying to say. Marriage is good. It's good to have a companion.
It is.
It is good to have a loved one and
Absolutely.
sealed it with that marriage. So, if you want to go to the next level, we're praying for you.
Get
How
married.
about it? Get
Get
married, because marriage
It's good.
is good. When you think about marriage, right? I think it should be the ultimate important in a relationship when you have the opportunity to. So that take precedence over your job. You see how we view our job, and it's like we need to get up every day and get to our job. I think when you are married, and the Bible said it's not good for a man to be alone. And he's not talking about a man as a man in gender. The Bible is saying it's not good for a man. So I'm a man, like a human, to be alone.
Yes.
There is value in togetherness. So if you have thought of being together as a boyfriend and a girlfriend, please sit down, have that conversation.
It's not good for a man to be alone.
It's not good for a man to be alone. So if you want to claim each other, get married, because marriage is good and it's going to do with you a whole good than you are seeing now as a boyfriend and girlfriend. And you don't get to see it until you get married. And I know somebody's asking, Esther, that marriage stuff is risky, it's scary. You've not been there before, so how do you know it is? And even if you have been there before, it doesn't mean that every relationship, every marriage is going to be the same.
I mean, I truly believe identifying who is right for you.
Yes.
I mean, you need to really...
You know how sometimes, honey, you can realize that this person is good for me, and you get married and things don't go the way it should go. Like we're saying, sometimes things happen like that. But that doesn't mean that every marriage is going to be bad.
Right.
That doesn't mean. Some people are on their second marriage or their third marriage, and it's like they've never been married before, and it's glorious.
True.
It is so great. It is amazing. So until you give yourself that pep talk, until you believe in yourself, until you know that, hey, maybe I did it once, it might not be the right time or with the right person, I'm ready to do it again, and make sure you do it with the right person this time. Don't let that scare you. I know it's not easy, but do not let that scare you, because you might be blocking your blessing. I might say that. I might just end it like that. You might be blocking your blessing. So think about it, and don't let anything make you miss your blessing. If you were looking at getting married, marriage is good, and you would enjoy what that right person will bring into your life. I won't say anything else.
All right. With that being said, our viewers, thank you all for staying tuned with us. I mean, we really enjoyed this journey of Marriage is Good.
Episode.
It is an episode. Definitely it is. Stay tuned, but don't forget to share, subscribe.
They heard you, honey.
And comment.
Yes,
right.
Please. It is important. We appreciate you. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it so that your friends, your family would, also hear.
And see the benefits.
Yeah, also hear about what we are sharing, and if they have any comments, can comment, and we can build this community. God bless you, and bless your marriages.
And stay tuned for the next episode.
And if you're thinking of getting married,
do it.
Do it.
Take that leap of faith and just do it.
God created it, so He's gonna make it. He's gonna help you.
He's gonna make it worth your
Yes.
while and give you the blessings.
Yes. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.